Hello everyone, I am Will, and welcome back to my playthrough of Dark Souls 2, Skull of the First Sin. Last we left off, we cleared out Dragon Ares. It's really an optional area in Skull of the First Sin. You don't have to go through if you don't want to. There is a ladder by the bonfire. You climb up it, you can zip line across, leading you to the bridge that leads you to here, to the Dragon Shrine. So, you don't want to do Ares, you just do that. So the first thing we did is we did that. Climb the ladder, zip line across the bridge, hit the bonfire here, chit-chatted with Aldia. Because definitely recommend doing that first if you're going to clear out the Dragon Ares, just so you don't have to worry about breaking eggs. Because if you break any eggs in the Ares and you try to cross the bridge here, the dragons will break the bridge. Yep. So I definitely recommend climbing across and doing this first before you do Ares. So we did that, went back, had to unpetrify a statue in order to get to the Ares. At least I think you do. You might be able to do it backwards, but I'm not too sure about that. I haven't actually tried it myself. I always go unpetrify the statue first and then clear it out that way. So we undid the statue and just kind of worked our way through. Yep. Definitely focused on gathering all the crystal lizards in the Ares. There's like 10 in total. Yeah, there's like 4 at the first little dragon nest, 3 at the second, and 3 at the third. So our first run through the area, we did miss like 3 of them, I think, but I did go back and get the rest. So the first crystal lizard, citizens made our way up. Took care of the first dragon, which drops the flame quartz ring +2. Cleared out the rest of the lizards that we could get. Dealt the other undead guys. Made our way to, I'll say, the side path? Question mark. There's like 2 ways to go forward. The way we ended up going was like kind of like the side path. It allows you to go behind ambushers from the other path. So we went that way. Invaded by Fencer Sharon. Yep. And for whatever reason, I find her very difficult here in the Ares. I don't know why. She always gives me trouble. It might be because her AI is more defensive. Shows it's more likely to dodge attacks and all that stuff. But I don't know. I always have trouble with her here. So we did die to her, partially from my carelessness. Should have backed off and healed, but I didn't. So ran back, took care of her. Took care of the ambush, continued forward, got the second nest, took care of the undead citizen, a priest, then took care of some crystal lizards, took care of the dragon. That dragon drops a flame tempest. Yep. And then to get to the third nest, there's 2 different ways. One way is to kind of go up, which leads you to like a series of drop downs above the dragon. And then the other way is just kind of leads you to the nest itself. And so, cleared out the citizens that we could, the crystal lizards that we could. Took care of the dragon, which dropped, they got a dragon bone, twinkly titanite, and they could petrified something. And then we took care of the crystal lizards that we could. Did 1 drop down for a soul item and a Pharaoh's Lockstone. Yep. And then we kind of ran through the Ares again just to grab the remaining crystal lizards that we missed. Yeah, definitely recommend, if you are, well, I do recommend going through the Ares just for the crystal lizards and their the upgrade materials that they drop. Yeah, a lot of shards, a lot of large shards, a few chunks, a few twinkly titanites, a few dragon bones, a slab. So definitely worth your time, I think. And then the last item we had to get was across the zip line at the beginning. Yeah, you zip across and you have to kind of like let go at the right time to land on the little island, if you want to call it, that has the soul of a great hero. So, yep, we got lucky to take us. We did get on the first try. I was expecting to have to try a few times to make the timing right, but yeah, we were fortunate. Yep, and then that was it for the Ares. Yep, a pretty short area. Yep. But and then before we closed out, we went back to Things Betwixt and finished off the last section. Yep. Unpetrified the statue, through the fog gate, took care of the basilisks. Yep. Dropped down to the other basilisks. Kicked down the shortcut, and then we kind of lure the ogres off the beach. Yeah. Things Betwixt scaling is pretty low, so those ogres died pretty quickly. Yeah, got the first one's attention by using like poison arrows to poison them. Just kind of let the poison do its work. And then we got the other one's attention off the beach. Yep, died pretty easily. Yeah, we're not recommending going down there to fight the ogres because there is a pursuer that spawns down there. Yeah, so after we took care of the ogres, went down, spawned the pursuer, beat him up. Again, its scaling is pretty small or pretty low, so dealt with him pretty quickly. Yeah, so I don't think he actually drops a Twinkling Titanite down there. I don't remember him actually dropping one. Yeah, but with the ogres and the pursuer dead, the sex change coffin is open up to us. Yeah, so you interact with the coffin and your character changes gender. Yeah, from female to male and male to female. So if you want to do that, it's there for you. And then the last thing we did, well, second to last thing we did, we lit the rest of the sconces and had the NPC, the Red Phantom NPC spawn in. Yep. Pretty kind of hard hitting, but again, the scaling is pretty low, so died pretty quickly. Yeah. Drops a petrified something. So then we went to the Firekeepers, talked to Millibeth, and because we killed the ogres by the coffin, she gave us the Handmaid's Ladle. Yep. It's a gimmick weapon. It's not really meant to be used, but it's there if you want to challenge yourself, but I wouldn't recommend it. Nope. Yep. And that was it. Yep, that was it. I might have leveled up, maybe, but yeah, other than that, that was it. Yep. Dragon Ares, the last of the Things Betwixt. And between episodes, I went back down to Shrine of Mana just to farm some more Twinkling Titanites just so I can upgrade my other Manslayer to +5. Just make sure I had enough Twinkling Titanites for that. So that's basically all I did between episodes. Just farm Twinkling Titanites, sold some stuff to Gavilan, and upgraded the Manslayer. Yep, that was it. So, yep, not much. And today we'll be doing Dragon Shrine. Yep, Dragon Shrine. We got the Drake Keepers to kill, or the duel anyway. I will not run past anything. I do not recommend running past anything because you just don't. It's not worth it. Unless you're gonna kill every single enemy along the way. Otherwise, you're gonna get swarmed. So just do the duels and get through it. Drake Keepers aren't that bad. I mean, the only challenging duel is at the end, but it's a NPC-like enemy, so we'll bust out a spear for that, and that should pretty much do it. So, yeah, so we'll do the duels, grab the items, find the petrified egg, do the Dragon Fang Villard, talk to the dragon, grab the Ashen Mist Heart. I do plan on defeating the Ancient Dragon. That is going to take a while because it has New Game Plus. I think it has about 23,000-ish HP. Yeah, it's enough HP. Like, if I'm not mistaken, it has about as much HP, if not more, than Melania in Elden Ring, which is, it's a Dark Souls 2 boss. We're going to be doing like 300 damage to it. We're just going to sit there for a while, just beating at its toes. So I will do it just because it does give me like over 100,000 souls here in New Game Plus. Or it might be 200,000. It gives a lot of souls, so it might be worth it. So I will kill it. It might take 1 or 2 tries. We'll see. And that was it. That's all I'm planning to do. Yep. Just the Dragon Shrine. It should be relatively short-ish, I guess, but we'll see. We'll see. And our equipment for today, at least starting out, I have a Fire Mace +10, because the Drake Keepers are weak to strike, and they're weakest to fire and dark. So I have my fire mace here. Bow, shield, sunset staff, because I will be using hexes, because again, the Drake Keepers are weak to dark. The Ancient Dragon's neutral to dark. I mean, yeah, so dark is a decent choice here in Dragon Shrine. Calamity Ring, Bluestone Ring, Ring of Knowledge, just boost our dark damage, and Soldier's Ring. Yep. Don't have the Stone Ring because Drake Keepers, you're not gonna poise break Drake Keepers anytime soon, so it's not really worth it. I mean, I'll put the Stone Ring on for the last duel before the Ancient Dragon, and for Dragon Fang Villard. I'll put those on just because they're NPC-like enemies. But and I have my dark armor going here. The Hexer Hood just for more. Mainly from more casts. That's it. Yeah. Dark armor, dark gauntlets, and dark leggings. Dark Wraith. This is the armor of the Dark Wraiths from Dark Souls 1, so I love it. Flask, gems, blossom, feather, arrows, the usual. Here are my stats. I did level up once in intelligence, I think, last episode. Otherwise, the 46 and 56 is from the hood. Pretty solid. That's probably going to be their stats for the end of the game. And I have 2 copies of Dark Orb, 1 of Dark Fog, 1 of Dark Weapon. I'm using Whispers of Despair, because this should lower enemy physical defenses by a few hundred points. So we should hopefully do some more damage with it. Yeah, so we'll see how good it is. So I've actually never used it, so I'm curious to see how well it works. All right, I think I rambled on long enough. Shall we get this show on the road? Let's get this show on the road. Dragons are pretty loud. It's just really loud up here. All right, Drake Keeper. The Dragon Knights. Kill the Drake Keeper before you do your item exploring, because otherwise you might aggro these guys. Yeah, they're passive as long as you don't run past the Drake Keeper. Yeah, well, they'll be passive unless you run past the Drake Keeper or you attack them. So, and they aggro in groups. So this is group 1. The next Drake Keeper will be group 2, then group 3, and then 4, and all that stuff. So, all right. Yeah, Drake Keepers aren't that hard. So, ooh, good damage. Oh, kind of missed. All right. Alright, so with him dead, these guys won't do anything, even if we kind of run around. Lockstone for the door over here. I think that has the Judgment set. Should be Cromwell's armor. Or get up. I think it's the Judgment set. Yep, Judgment set. Yep. Cromwell the Pardoner's get up. Right. Here. Not a mimic. Three ascetics. Pretty cool. Alright. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can still be invaded by the Forlorn up here, so just just be careful. Alright guys, peace out. I already got your item drops from New Game, so we're not going to deal with you. Alright. Yeah, this guy's probably the hardest of the Drake Keepers, just because he's the mace guy. He has pretty fast recovery. Yeah. I don't like fighting these mace guys. There we go. Ooh. Thank you. I'll actually use that. It's actually not, it's pretty good. Thank you. Yeah, I think the Forlorn can invade up there, up the stairs over here. Yeah. These guys are part of group 2. The way forward is that way, leading us to a great sword, Great Keeper. But we're gonna go this way. If I do get invaded by the Forlorn, I'm just gonna run down here and change my get up real quick. Yeah, at least put on the stone ring, because I have been invaded up here before. Not a mimic. 3 twinkling Titanite, thank you. I don't think these guys are aggroed. There's a chest. There's the other Drake Keeper. Alright, let's see. I don't think you guys will aggro, but I just wanna... Excuse me, good sir. Faint stone. Alright. Cool. Yeah, he has the great bow. You get one of those from the old King's Soul from the Iron King in New Game Plus. So, I guess it's just here to show you that it exists in the game. But, alright guys, we'll hop across. Take care of this chest. Not a mimic. Drake Keeper, Great Axe, and Great Shield. Alright. Is that what I don't know, I just want to make sure it's the axe I think it is. Okay, yeah, it is. Sturdy, pitch black, colossal Great Axe. Yeah. I know, it's like 50 strength, I believe. Yeah, 40. I mean, we can two-handed, but it might... Just from the shape of it, I'm pretty sure it looks like it might use the halberd mechanics, where you're only going to do most of your damage if you hit them with the head of the weapon. Yeah, probably. Oop. So... I mean, if I had 40 strength, I might use it, but not a strength guy, I'm a dex guy. Alright, final, well, not final Drake Keeper, but the next Drake Keeper. Dark weapon, let's go. He's still pretty challenging, but he's a lot, I find him a lot easier than the Great Hammer. He has, for whatever reason, the boots. For whatever reason, the Grey Hammer guy has the most health out of all of them, and he's just awkward to fight. But there is one more Drake Keeper, and he's right there. He can actually drop the Great Shield of Glory, I believe it's called. I think he's the only enemy who can actually drop it for you. I tried getting it before going to New Game Plus, but it's pretty tedious, so I didn't bother, just because I don't like Great Shields in general. But best way to deal with them: stay up here, Dark Fog. It should poison them, and just sit here and wait. Yeah, because the that guy's tied to this little duel down here, but since we're not running past him, he's not going to aggro, so we can just sit up here, poison him to death, and not to worry about a fight. So, if it works, don't fix it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So he should die from this cast. So we're going to sit up here and wait. And... boom. Ooh, he dropped something. Cool. And to get to him, we have to go this way. Yep. These guys will ignore us because he did the honorable duel. Just drop down. Drop down again. This is not a mimic. Ooh, a slab, nice. We have a shade. Bashful Ray. No thank you. Through here. And here you get to this guy. And a charm. Spice and herb, cool. And I think this guy is the only one who can, well, I think it's the first guy who can drop the Black Knight's, not the Black Dragon sword here. Alright. So we're going to switch up our weapon. Because this is where Dragon Fang Villard spawns in. Why don't you go dark? We'll put on this. Alright. Okay. So Dragon Fang Village should invade past this door. Yeah, and this mural was used again in the Sunken City. Yeah. That might be people of Sholva worshipping the dragons, I guess. I don't know, it kind of shows, you know, them above the clouds and all that stuff. I think it's more to tribute the ancient dragon or something like it. Or maybe it's them coming from Sholva up here to the Ares, maybe? Because you have this over here on the right here. It looks like they're in almost despair, looks like. But over here, like it goes from this dark despair looking to here in the light. It looked like a lot better off. I don't know. So, I don't know. It just it something. It represents something, but all right. Through the door, Dragon Fang Village should invade. It's not a mimic. There he is. There's the third dragon ring. He's gonna be up there. I think he's programmed to kind of guard the petrified egg, so he's not gonna come down here until he sees us. So this allows us to kind of run up here. Okay, so he should be past his door. There he is. Yeah, he's just programmed to sit there until he spots us. So he's got the dragon greatsword. Yep. All right. All right, Villard. Pokey poke. Stone ring and two-handing. Ow. Yeah, I'll take that trade. Thank you. Dragonbane Villard has been vanquished. Got an effigy. He was guarding this petrified egg. There you go. We need to give this to Marigold in the Iron Keep to unlock the Dragon Remnant Covenant. There's a chest. Not a mimic. Another petrified something. Yes, I like how we're glowing green because we ate the blossom. Kind of a little visual indication that the thing's still active. Alright. So drop down once. Over here. Not a mimic. I think it should be some Twinkling Titanites, I believe. Oh no. Magic weapon and Fragrant Branch of Yore. Nice. Very good chest. Very good. Alright. Now we just have to one last little duel with another dragon warrior guy. I think this time he's power stancing the great swords. Yeah, the difficult part is because he's on stairs, but yeah, there he is, right there. He's our final duel. Right, no items. Sad. Alright, dude. Let's go. Ooh, pretty tanky. Either that or he's pretty resistant to dark. Alright, just ooh, you got the dodges down. Oh. Oh. Aha. He's strafed. You got the dodges down. Pretty good. Pretty good. See, Dark Souls 2 AI, sometimes it's very dumb. Sometimes it actually works. Like this guy. Like this guy's actually working. Oh. That would have killed us if he hit it. But he didn't hit. Yep. Alright. So with the duel done, we're actually now free to go to the dragon. These guys won't interfere in any way. Yeah. Even if we do aggro with the dragon later on, they won't attack us and as long as we do the duel. Yeah, but this guy respawns, so if you fail with the ancient dragon, you just have to fight him again. So. Ooh, man, my durability. Oof. But alright. Yeah, these guys won't do anything. Excuse me, gentlemen. That's why I always recommend doing the duels, just because otherwise you're just going to get overwhelmed by, I think there's like 13 guys in this last little section. Yeah, it's ugh. So, alright. So I'm going to take a quick minute here to just I'll say get ready for the ancient dragon fight. So I'll see you in a moment. Alright, I'm back. Whew, sorry about that. Yeah, I just changed up my getup just to kind of maximize soul gains. So yeah, I have yeah, so I got my dual manslayers here because I will be trying to poison this guy because again he has like 20-something thousand, like 23,000 HP, and poison does about 1,000 over like 30-ish seconds. So poisoning him will help speed this fight along, but. So I have both Manslayers just because I do expect to wear down the durabilities. In fact, let me actually keep that on, but let me get this repair powder on the bar. Yeah. So we're going to try and poison them. Again, Sunset Staff mainly for Dark Fog. Again, just to try and poison them. And I changed out my rings to clear bluestone again, just for faster casting, just so I can apply dark weapon quickly as I can. Mainly dark weapon and the fog. Yeah. Just hopefully to have those cast as quickly as possible, so I don't get one tapped. Because I will get one tapped if the Ancient Dragon does hit us. We're gonna get one tapped. Pretty much no matter what armor you're wearing, you're just gonna die in like one hit. I mean, there are ways to survive a hit, but I don't think it's worth it, in my opinion. So, faster casts should help reduce durability, more souls, because again, the aim is just to get as many souls as we can. And the rat ring just, hopefully, it boosts our poison buildup from weapons. So, we're going to have a ton of poison buildup. Yeah, see, plus 132. Put the rat ring on, and it goes up to 192, so another 60. Yeah. So at almost like 50% increase, basically. At least in the bonus. So yeah, so we're just gonna try and poison him because he is susceptible to poison. I don't know how resistant he is, but he can be poisoned. And the armor kit appears just again to maximize souls. Warlock masks, the Nar Alma robe, Jester gloves, and Sedora trousers. Yep. So the Sedora set does also give bonus souls, but these also give the same amount. And I already have like 2 of these upgraded, so again, just a little bit. Maybe when I get one tapped, but we probably will. So besides, I think it looks cooler than the Sedora set. So. So I have our Blossom repair powder because we are going to be needing it. Yep, and I did eat a Twilight herb, so good to go. Alright, stupid dragon. Let's hope we don't have to do this more than once, alright? Work shifts, stirs, another one stand before us, then so be it. Curse of Lights, Curse of One, so you appear. Fog, hope of answers. Thank you. Ashen Mist-Tart. Memories of the Withered, yep. Alright. So now we're going to be fighting this big old lug. I will be employing the toe strat. Yeah, we're just going to be hanging around by his back feet, wait for a foot stomp, run to his other foot, whack at it. Wait for a foot stomp, run to the other foot, whack at it. That's what I'm going to do. I find that the most effective? I won't say effective, but it's... what's the right word? It's the most reliable. Yeah, we'll say reliable. It's slow, but it's very reliable in killing him. So... yeah, the only thing you really have to worry about is when he flies up to do a breath attack below him, at which point you just kind of run towards his tail. Do not stay under him if he flies up. Him coming down has a hitbox, so you will get smacked. Yep. Alright, big guy. You ready to dish out poison? I want to get a good look at you before we begin. You're really cool looking. I do like his little design. And he's sitting here, it's like veins or moss growing on him. Stuff coming off of him. Yeah, I really do like him. He's really cool. Alright. Again, those guys will not aggro if you aggro this guy, so you don't have to worry about them. Alright, Mr. Dragon. Are we going to play fair, or are we going to play nice? Yeah, you can target him, so... Alright. To his toes. Oh. So he is poisoned. There's the foot stomp. Run to his other toe. Wait for him to reset. Whack, whack. Foot stomp. Other foot. Wait for him to reset. Whack, whack. Wait for the foot stomp. His right foot's best to go underneath it. Yep. If you wait for him to reset and then whack him, he'll prioritize a foot stomp instead of any breath attack. So that's slow and steady, slow and steady. Durability was looking pretty good. I thought it was going to be a lot worse than it is, but I think the Brace and Knuckle Ring definitely helps. Our magic weapon, or Dark Fog, is up. So we whack once. Over here, cast. Yeah. Oh, he's gonna rear up, just run away off to the side. Wait for him to come down. Wait for him to set. Whack, whack. There we go. I'm just gonna sit here and rinse and repeat. Alright, he should be dead here shortly. Alright, this should do it. There we go. Victory achieved. Soul of a giant, petrified dragon bone, and a butt ton of souls. I think it was like 400,000, give or take. Jeez. Ancient Dragon. Toastrat way. Ancient Dragon, yep. That was a fun fight. I am genuinely surprised my weapon survived that fight. I was fully expecting my weapon durability to not just last that fight. Man, that bracing knuckle ring definitely helped. Yeah. If you're gonna do the toe strat, whack his toes twice. If he does a stomp, run to his other foot. Wait for him to reset. You'll see the foot kind of like slide into a place. Once it slides, like kind of slides into place, whack it. I go twice. You probably could get 3. I go 2 just to make sure I have enough. I'm not in an animation, so I can kind of get out of the way of whatever he's gonna do. Yeah. The key is just to wait for him to reset. If you don't wait for him to reset, he may not prioritize a stomp. He might do something else, like leap up and breathe fire, or rear up and breathe fire. If you wait for him to reset, whack his toes twice, he prioritizes a stomp. So that's the key to the toe strat. Yep. You can fight him, quote, normally, out in front, ranged, blah, 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 but toe strat's the most reliable way to do it. So, yeah. Ancient Dragon, yep. And with all my soul stuff, the Warlock helm, this armor get up, and the ring, I'm pretty sure we just banked almost 400,000. So, yep. So we could go back down, do a bonfire ascetic, do this whole fight again, and get like another 400,000. But whew, I don't feel like doing it. But yeah, Dragon Shrine. All right. Let me quickly get my get up back together. Yeah, rather look fashionable than practical. So just throw my armor on at least. There we go. All right. So with that, we are going to get out of here, because we are done with the Dragon Shrine. Yep, we did everything here, minus the Forlorn Invasion, but I have no desire to do that. Yep. Poison definitely helped us in that fight. So I'm gonna go back to Dragon Keep. I'm gonna give Marigold the petrified egg, because that will unlock the Dragon Remnant Covenant. Although I have no need to, I just want to do it just because. Yeah. Pretty sure he's the only guy who'll actually do anything with the petrified egg. Yeah, I despawned all the guys here, so it's just me and Marigold.
What is that?
Petrified egg. Might you give it to me? Sure.
This thing.
Could be a dragon egg. Now join the Revenant Covenant.
Well, have you heard? Built to honor.
All right. 91 incense. I don't think you have anything new for us. Yeah. Yeah, nothing new. All right. You can now offer dragon scales, but you need to be the Covenant. I'm already at rank 3, so we already got everything we got from it. All right. Let us go. Let's see. Where else do I want to go? I have a cool half mil in my pocket. It's 1 level up. I don't think anything changes after. Oh wait, let me go to the Chandra. I think she has some more dialogue for us. Yeah. Nope, not here. In the castle. It is this one. All right, because I tend to forget that Chandra has more dialogue for us as we progress. Yeah, she had one after getting the King's Ring, or after finding Vendrick and getting the King's Ring. I bet she has one for us getting the Ashen Mist Heart. Or at least meeting the dragon. Yep, she disappears once you have the Giant's Kinship. So.
Brave undead. What did that dragon tell you? That thing is a prop. A false deity. Don't be fooled, my undead.
Mm-hmm. I have a feeling we missed one because of the going through Aldia's Keep. I think we missed one after that, but oh well.
Seek the forest, you, where those wretched giants slumber.
Seek the forest, you, where those wretched giants slumber. She hates the giants for some reason. Well, I know the reason, but she doesn't like them.
Seek the forest.
Yep. Kind of tells you where to go after that. You know, use the Ashen Mist Hearts for the giants. And the description of the Ashen Mist Heart says, you know, the withered remains or something like that. So. Alright. Is there anything else I want to do? Trying to think. I'm actually kind of curious if Agdane has anything. You know, I want to go check. I don't think he does, but I have a feeling he might. But we'll see. We can actually now talk with. We can actually interact with Vendrick's armor in the crypt here if we wanted to. Yeah, we might as well. I mean, we're here. All right, so let me go talk to Agdane first. I don't think he has anything to say, but I want to talk to him anyway.
Human. Light. What do In the past, the former king of light, he feared human. How queer you.
Right, yeah, nothing new. Alright, just curious.
Crude human.
Yeah, do as I please, blah blah blah. Alright, let me go to Vendrick's little armor, interact with it, because we should be able to talk to him in the past. So I wonder if we can get the Vendrick's blessing. Do we have to do the DLCs to get the blessings? To get Vendrick's blessing, or do we have to actually or can we just get it right away? Ah, I hit the bell. Should have gone with thrust. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, because I hit the bell, so I spawned the ghost sorcerers, and Yeah, there they are. So, yeah, that's just to kind of run past them. They leashed at they leashed around Velstat's little arena. So if we can kind of get up the stairs, we should be fine. I'm surprised they didn't aggro at all. Oh, one of them did. You want to tussle? You want to tussle too? Yeah, the Manslayer doesn't have a lot of damage. It's all about the poison. Thank you. I gotta sneeze. Alright. Hey, Vendrick. I don't feel like fighting you because I don't want to do Aldia. Now that we have the Ashen Mist Heart, we can actually interact with his stuff here. I'm curious to see if we can actually get his blessing because we have all the crowns. So do we have to do the DLCs to get the blessing, or you just have to have the crowns? Let's find out.
Seeker of fire, coveter of the throne. I am Vendrick, ruler of Drangelic.
I know that.
Seeker of fire, deliverer of crowns. What do you see in the flames? Find the crowns and your own answers. The crowns hold the strength of lords from times long past. Seek adversity, as befits you, Seeker of fire, coveter of the throne.
Gotta do the bit. And the Mother of Dragons, Breaker of Chains, the Rightful Queen of the Nine Isles, or something like that.
I am no king. I
Oh,
am
Seven
only
Kingdoms,
to be
not the
jester.
9 Isles, I'm sorry. Seven Kingdoms.
My own blindness. We are feeble vessels.
Feebler
Cast
souls.
aside the prop of life, only to face greater hardship. Are you another such fool?
Or something more.
But
These days. Okay. Alright, so I think we have to do the DLCs to get his blessing. Yeah, I think having the crowns is not enough. So, oh well. Yeah, Vendrick's blessing. If you do the DLCs, you beat the DLCs, you have all the crowns, you come back here, you talk with Vendrick, he empowers, I think, the crown. So as long as you wear a crown, you'll receive Vendrick's blessing, which means when you die, you don't hollow. So as long as you have a crown on and you die, you don't hollow, which is a nice little touch. But you have to do DLCs for it, I guess. Velstadt. Velstadt. Alright. Yep, I mean, let me just double check, just to make sure. I'm just checking to see if each interaction is its own little thing, but I don't think so. Let me just make sure. Okay, yeah. Alright, never mind. Yep. They're not their own little thing, so... Alright, so yeah, if we want the blessing, we have to do the DLCs, and I don't care to do that. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, let's go to Majula. We'll level up. Might as well. Press for the 50 intelligence, but that's not happening.
Bearer of the until
Hope withers. Yeah. Level up. Intelligence. Thank you. Alright. Actually, while we have the souls, let's just buy out your stock.
You've been well.
Yeah, let's just, might as well. I don't need to, but I want to. Actually, we don't need that. I have like a ton of those in the box, so I don't need that. Alright.
Visit me again.
Alright, and with that, I'll call an episode. Yep. We did Dragon Shrine. Yep. Started off the bonfire at the bottom, worked our way up, did the duels. Yep, I did not run past anything. I do not recommend running past everything, or anything at that. And not unless you want to fight, you know, 24 enemies by the time you get to the end. I mean, that's so. Yeah, so we took on the Drake Keeper, the Sword and Shield, beat him up pretty easily. Yep, Pharaoh's Lockstone and the stairs for the Judgment sets. The room off to the side for some bonfire aesthetics. Could go back to Dragon Shrine, use these aesthetics just to farm the Ancient Dragon. Yeah, because he gave us a ton of souls, so. And each new game cycle gives more, so. It's tempting. It's tempting, but. Yeah, so. Yep. Up the stairs, did the next Drake Keeper. Probably the hardest Drake Keeper to fight. He's the mace guy, and for whatever reason, he has more health than the others. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like fighting the mace guys, whether it's the old Knights in Hades or the Drake Keeper up in Dragon Shrine. For whatever reason, they have very little downtime. Yeah. You might be able to get an attack or two in between their swings, but yeah, not gonna get more than that. And took care of him. Instead of going forward, we took the left up the stairs, chest. Don't quite remember what was in the chest. I kind of forgot. It's a possible invasion spot for the Forlorn, so I was kind of focused on that more than anything else. So we looted the chest. I think grabbed a soul item nearby. Hopped across? I'm trying to remember. God, I just did it less than an hour ago and I kind of forgot what's there. Hopped across for the Drake Keeper Great Axe and the Great Shield. That was in the chest. Yep. Then we dropped down, pressed forward to the Ultra Greatsword guy. Yeah, the third duel is the Drake Keeper with the Ultra Greatsword. Not too bad, although the quirk with his fight is even if you block his attack, if you're close enough, it'll still hit you because there's a hitbox at the tip of his sword behind you. So. Yeah, so even if you block up close, you can still get hit by a piece of his attack. So just keep that in mind. It's not that his sword does magic damage or anything. It's just that there's separate hitboxes along the great sword. So even if you block one, you can still get hit by another one, which is odd. I don't know. Yeah, so we took care of him. And then we cheesed the last Drake Keeper duel. The last one's actually down below. You can actually spot it from where the Greatsword guy is. And then we used Dark Fog. Yep, because Dark Fog will cast past the railing. So, and its range is long enough to reach the guy down below. So, it used Dark Fog to poison him. 2 procs was enough to kill him. And it counted as a fair duel. So, yeah, so we hopped it down, looted the chest with the Titanite slab, which I believe was a chunk in New Game. I think it's a slab now. Yep. And we grabbed, I think, an herb and a spice. Opened the stone door. Got invaded by Dragon Fang Villard. Yep. Looted the 3rd dragon ring. Up the stairs. Took on Villard, where we used the poke strats to poke him to death. Jacked the petrified egg. A chest containing petrified something, another chest containing a crystal magic weapon, and a fragrant branch of yore. Yep. So I think we have 5. We need 3 more for the other petrified statues in Aldia's Keep. And I think there's 2 petrified statues left in Shaded Woods. So we might do that near the end. Because I can't think of anything anywhere else I could use these at, except for those 5 slots. There's the petrified ogre in the middle stairs in the main hallway. There's 2 smaller guys at the top of those stairs in Aldia's Keep. And there's 2 line warriors in Shaded Woods. One's in front of a chest containing repair, the sorcery repair. And there's another one by the gold mane lion in the Shaded Woods that I think has... It's a corpse. I think it has the warlock mask, I believe. So I think that's all the other statues that are left. There might be one more that doesn't give us anything. That leads to where Vengarl's body was in the Shaded Woods, but I can't think of any other statues. Did we get the one in the Hades Tower? From Hades Tower to No Man's Wharf, there's a petrified statue there. I don't know if I got that one yet. It leads to the Night Sets, a Rusted Mastodon, and I think an Estus Shard. Don't remember if I got that one either. Okay, so there's like 6 or 7 that are left, so we don't have enough branches for all of them. But, oh well. Okay, so we got Crystal Magic Weapon and Fragrant Branch of Yore from the chest. Dropped back down to the main path. Through the door the Great Sword Drake Keeper was guarding. Led to the main staircase leading up to the Ancient Dragon, and one final duel. Yep, with an respawning NPC. Sorry about that. Had a cough there for whatever reason. But, yeah. The last main duel, main staircase leading to the Ancient Dragon. It's a respawning Drake Warrior NPC with dual Black Dragon Great Swords. Yep. So we employed the poke strats. This time he was actually kind of smart. He did dodge attacks, so we got unlucky with his AI, yeah. NPC AI is Dark Souls 2. It's either very dumb or very smart. So he was kind of in between. So he gave us a little trouble. Nothing too bad. So we defeated him. That means the other Dragon Warriors won't aggro. So we got to the tops of the stairs. Changed to get up for the Ancient Dragon fight. Talked to the Ancient Dragon. Got the Ashemist heart. And then we went and tickled the Ancient Dragon to death. Yep. We employed the toe strats. Get to his hind legs in between his big toes. Whack it a few times. Have him stomp. Go to his other foot. Whack it a few times. Have him stomp. Rinse and repeat. Yep. And we used Manslayers and Dark Fog just to get poison, just to help speed the fight along. Because otherwise it's going to be a real... It's a slog of a fight. It's like an endurance fight. But I find the toe strats to be the most reliable in that kind of fight. So that's what we did. And then we killed him to death, or poisoned him to death, while tickling his toes. And with our little soul gathering get up, he gave us... I think it gave us almost 400,000 souls, which is nuts. Yeah. So, very juicy rewards from that fight. And he also gave us a petrified dragon bone and a giant soul. So, kind of a hit that's between his drops and what Nishandra said about him. Kind of tells you he's not a real ancient dragon. Or he's a resurrection of an ancient dragon, I guess. I don't know if the right word is. Reincarnation. We'll say that. Yeah. New body, old soul. Yep. And then, yep. So with And then we went to, and after that we went to. I'm trying to remember what order we went. I think we ended up going to Drangelic Castle, talking to Chandra. She mentioned how, she asked us what the old dragon said. That's, a false deity, and to go to the woods to find the wretched giants and all that stuff. And then we went down to the undead crypt, talked to Agdane. I thought he might have something to say about the dragon, but he didn't. So we went to Vendrick's armor in the crypt, interacted with that, to the memory of the king, talked with the king, see if he would give us his Vendrick's blessing, but it turns out you have to do the DLCs in order to get the blessing, so yeah, I ain't gonna do that. Yeah, I have no desire to do it, but and then we came back here, leveled up, bought the stuff from Chloanne, and I'm trying to think what else we did. Yeah, I think that was it. Yep, that was it. Dragon Shrine. Yep, pretty straightforward place. Several goodies. Yep. We're almost done. Yep. And yeah. So next episode would be the giant memories. Yep. Yeah, the memory of Oro, I think, has the giant lore. There's memory of Gia, or I don't know how to pronounce the names. And then the third one. What's the third one? Bleh. I don't know. I'm pretty sure the memory of Oro is where the giant lord is at. So, yeah, but we will do the 3 giant memories. And, yeah. Well, I also forgot, I need to go down to Seldora with the Ashen Mist Heart. There should be a crystal formation in the Duke's Deer Freya boss arena. I gotta remember to go do that, because that will reward us with the Ancient Dragon's soul. Yeah, the actual soul from the Ancient Dragon. Yep. So I gotta go do that. That'll probably be our first little stop, is the memory of the dragon. Then we'll do the giant memories in the forest. Yeah, it's a good idea. So yeah. So all we got left is the giant memories and then the Throne of Wants, and then it will be done. Oof. Dark Souls 2. It's been a journey playing this game again. Everyone bashes on Dark Souls 2 in general and Scholar of the First Sin, but I like it. It has its issues, but honestly, what game doesn't have its issues? But I don't know. It's just, I like Dark Souls 2. I like it. Yeah. It's one of those games that you can't rush through. You're gonna have to be patient if you want to actually get through it with little hassle. But anyway, that's just me. So yeah, giant memory next episode. But again, that's for another episode. And I thank you all for watching. And I'll see you all next time.